FNN News, the latest news with unbiased views. I'm Fishman, and I'm joined here with PhantomPhaser to discuss the upcoming presidential election. PhantomPhaser, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good. Thank you, Fishman, for having me here on FNN. I'm excited to talk to the realm population as a whole and talk a little bit about what I'd like to do as president.
You're welcome, PhantomPhaser. Thank you for coming here to address the media and the people one-on-one. So we're just gonna talk about some events that are going on and are current here at ITR, and maybe some issues that you would like to address to the public. So my first question, how is the construction at the courthouse going along?
I personally think that the courthouse construction is going wonderfully. You've got a great view of it here. Looking out the window of this high-rise building, you can see the dome of the courthouse, and I've had a great time contributing largely to building that. And I'd like to thank everybody else who's helped with, whether that be placing blocks or contributing resources or building in the creative world. I think it really shows how the realm can act as a community to build awesome things.
Well said, well said. I understand that you have been one of the key members here, ITR, working on that courthouse. I heard most of that, if not all of the dome, was created solely by PhantomPhaser. So some big things being contributed from PhantomPhaser ITR. Now, PhantomPhaser, I recently spoke with Angus from England, and as you know, he pulled out of the race, but as of recently, we have heard that he is re-entering the race. Now, I want your opinions on this re-entering and some of the views that you contradict against both. We can talk about Red Foxman later, but I want to solely focus on Angus here. And some of the policies that he wants to enact, such as the MAGA policy, make England great again, or some other policies ITR, like the Laura policy or Alex policy, but mainly that MAGA policy. Would you care to address it?
Yeah, I would. Angus, he's a great member of the realm. He's been very dedicated to the community, talking in Discord and the group chat pretty often. But I personally think he is a member of England first and a member of the realm second. In the recent week or two, of resurgence in realm popularity, he has been seen mostly working on England and contributing less to realm-wide builds, such as the development of the shopping district or the courthouse or anything related to the presidential election, although he has been vocal about his opinions, which I appreciate. I think that it's pretty clear about what he wants to do, and that is to develop England and less of developing the realm. And I believe that I am more of a realm candidate than a Budaberg candidate. This brings me to the MAGA policy, and he wants to move the English border west 50 blocks, which I will say is not unreasonable, especially due to the fact that his current development is in that area. My only concern is that the 50 block extension will be granted and that space won't be utilized by England, where it, I believe, would be more likely to be utilized by Budaberg due to the fact that we have active players who we've been consistently building in that area. And I know Jack is definitely looking to develop more around his base, especially as the courthouse construction comes to a close. I think it's very likely that Budaberg will be developing that area soon. So I think this is something that shouldn't be determined by just the realm court, but I think a lot of discussion between England and Budaberg needs to happen. It should be a compromise unless one side gets the land and one side does not.
Well said, very well said. Now, a couple more things to talk about here is Red Foxman. Now, I understand you and Angus have very opposing views. I'm curious to ask, what are the views that you have against Red Foxman? So where you differ? I understand that he's an active member within Bingoism. I know he is supporting the Alex policy, which is the authorized legalization of exotic experiences, also the pufferfish ITR. I know there's some immigration policies he's in favor for. But I understand that this is more of the close running we have here at ITR, where both of you have some of these mixed ideologies that are very similar. So what differs you from Red Foxman?
I think you're very right. We are very similar candidates, and I think that's a pretty good thing. It shows that the future of the realm is kind of in the hands of the people, and the people that they're favoring sort of have a clear vision, and they're pretty similar. So it's nice to see that reflection in our presidential candidates. I would say where we differ is that I'm a little bit more in favor of keeping things similar to the way they are now. I think that the realm is wonderful. I really enjoy when I can, relax from a day of classes by playing Minecraft, getting on the realm, having a good time talking to friends. And I don't think that we really need to do much to change the realm. I think all we need to do is continue to promote the activity that's already been happening, continue to promote people to get on, to contribute to the realm as a whole, and it should be in whatever way they choose. Red Foxman is a big supporter of bingoism, and there are a lot of values within that I can respect and that I apply to my personal life. But I do think it could potentially be dangerous to have someone who is so devoted to a certain belief system that we don't. I personally am not in favor of any religious wars breaking out, and I think that it's possible that if we have a bingoist president, some other religions, potentially orthodoxy, could have issues with that. And I think that having a non-religiously affiliated president can help us avoid any possible tensions that could arise.
Strong points made by PhantomPhaser. Now, PhantomPhaser, before we wrap up today, is there anything you would like to close on FNN with regarding the people?
All I'd like to say to the people of the realm is that I myself am with you as a realmer. I'm here to develop the realm and to devote my time to a community where we can enjoy ourselves, we can de-stress after our real life commitments, and we can create things that reflect our abilities. And I think that the realm is a great way of doing that, and I'd like to promote that further.
Well said. Make sure you get ready to vote on November 5th. The election will be held in the courthouse, hopefully finished within the court section. If not, FNN News will let you know where we will be relocating. Currently, the people in running is PhantomPhaser, Red Foxman, and Super Flash Omega. These are our 3 presidential candidates ITR, and we will be having our presidential debate tomorrow, November 3rd, IRL. Specific details will be posted inside the FNN chat. Again, this is FNN News, the latest news with unbiased views. Thank you and have a good night.